Welcome, everyone, back to the Reading Writing Corner. This is being recorded for December, the last month of 2024, and I honestly can't believe it's here. Now, I know I've only started posting videos in May, but I still can't believe that I have read a lot of books for 2024. It's currently up at 54 books. If you can believe it. I think it's 54. It might be 53. I will put the amount up here in this corner of exactly how many books I've read so far for December 2024. For 2024. And on top of that, I'm also counting all the books I DNF because, well, why not? Why not count them? Because I did attempt to read them, even if I didn't finish them. So, there's that. Now, as you know, I read these 3 books for November. In the Ember in the Ashes, there was one point where I almost put it down and DNF'd it. In all honesty, it did not live up to its hype for me. It was not exactly what I figured it was going to be. In my opinion, when I read the back, it did not denote that Elias was finishing school, and that he was actually becoming a full-fledged member of society as a mask, which is basically what people graduate from the academy or become. And I thought it was about him actually being in school, staying in school, and, you know, fighting from the inside to get free. Not that he was going to disappear. Leia, whatever her name is, so she becomes a spy, which is basically what I figured would happen. But it, you know, I thought she was already, you know, a slave, because that's what the top says on the back, you know, she's a slave, he's a soldier. I thought she was already a slave. I didn't expect her to become one for the spying role or anything in that line. I also didn't expect it to switch between her point of view in first person and Eli's point of view in first person throughout the whole book. But the ending is what made me want to finish towards the end. Elias was about to be, but something about happened to him, and he had to make a choice, and Lila had already made her choice. Obviously, in the very beginning, and you know this because she's, wants to rescue her brother, so she's already made her choice. And Elias had to make his choice. He actually had to make 2 choices. In everything that he had been presented. He had a choice in the beginning and he had a choice at the end. And I would say the first choice was, well, maybe he had 3 choices. But regardless, Eli should have made different choices in this book. Several of them that he made, the decisions and things that he did and he thought were not the right ones in my book. And also that commander, she's a bitch. She should die. So I'm going to read on Torch Against the Night. It is already in my TBR. Of course, it's green, So I won't be able to officially start reading it until I get done my green paper, the construction, and put that all in there. I'd have to go and buy it in order to continue, so there's also that. If it does not pick up and become better in Torch Against the Night, I might just DNF it there. Even though the third book is what really grabbed me from wanting to read the stories, is because of the little thing on it saying a Reaper at the gates, which is, you know, I like things to deal with Grim Reapers, and I'm hoping it has something really interesting going on. I hope it turns itself around. I did like, though, that the title of the book is in it twice. That was kind of cool. So, yeah, I almost DNF'd it. The next book that I read, False Light. It had clones in it, and then it gave me more sci-fi. It went more sci-fi than what I was expecting. Yeah. It went deeper into the sci-fi realm. I'm not going to tell you much about that, because if you haven't read it, you haven't read it. But if you have, you have. Miranda makes a difficult choice towards the end of the book. And I mean, it was a good choice. It was the best choice, but it was also a difficult choice on her part, because she could have abandoned all the people she loved, but she didn't, which is I'm really glad for. But that's all I'm giving you. That's all I'm saying on that. It pops out and starts swinging immediately. Portrayal, death, twists and discoveries happen almost immediately within the story. So there's that. I will be reading the last one, which is Fall's Future, to finish off the series, because I'm interested to know where the story leads in the end. So there is that. And the day I'm recording this, I finished the Don May Heaven's Officials Blessings. I loved it. I loved it. You see my colorful tabs. I loved it. I loved it. And I can't wait to get the rest of them, to read them, because it was great. The characters in this are well set up and feel very real. And she holds nothing back. And if a character is swearing, a character is definitely swearing. If a character is having certain thoughts or acting a certain way, being flustered, it's very good. And the fact that Xia Liang doesn't understand his complicated feelings for San Lung, it's interesting to watch. And he's like, why do I have these feelings? What's going on? Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? Because he does some stuff and he's just like, that's improper. Why did I do that? Why did I impulsively do that? Why did my body move before I wanted to? And then he's just like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. It's wonderful watching it unfold. And I can't wait to read the next one to watch more of the beautiful stuff that unfolds within it. And it does give you a lot of hints about a lot of stuff that happens and foreshadowing. And if you pay close attention, you can see a lot of stuff in it that's going to happen and reveal stuff in the future. Also, it's also an anime on Crunchyroll. Same name. awesome. I love it. Perfection. Okay, perfection. Perfection. I think I gave this one's a 3. This one's also a 3. This one's a 5. So I'll read there. Now, I will write my reviews. I'm saying backwards. Alright guys, I will write my reviews for those and have those up as soon as possible. But there is a lot of other stuff that will be going on too in the month of December. I'm going to do a couple of videos. They might not come out until January, February, but they're going to be about the year of 2024, the books I read in 2024. I might do a ranking tier list, books I've DNF'd, talk about them and why I DNF'd them in a little more expansion. What else? There's also a book haul coming. I'm waiting on some books to come in from my book haul so I can book haul you guys, give you an update on my book haul. There's also an unhaul going on, and that unhaul will include little libraries, me donating my unhaul books to them, and maybe even book hauling some stuff from the little libraries. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So, without further ado, it's hard it's time to shine, because it's time to pick my TBR for December. As our routinely go, we'll pick 4 main books and a 5th book that if we get to, we get to, we don't, we don't. I'm hoping we do, because then that means I'll reach my goal for 2024 reading challenge of 58 books. But if I don't, I'm not going to be too unhappy about it, because I can change the goal at any time I want to. Make it look like I got my goal. You know, I got my goal. But we'll see. For that reason, we will do 1 yellow, 1 orange, and 3 white. Because the white's the majority that's in here, we need to whittle them down till it's just a festival color. Sorry, something going on over there. I'm paying attention now to this. So, I think we'll pull a white in between each of the other pulls. So, let's do... Oh, that's not a white one. This one. The one before that one. Ring-a-ding-a-ding, ring-a-ding-a-ding. Ecstasy by Jacqueline Frank. I've read her other series, so I'm hoping this series is as good as her other one. So we'll go get that. Here it is, Ecstasy. Part of the series called The Shadow Dwellers. It's a supernatural, paranormal romance. Among the Shadow Dwellers, Trace holds power as someone willing to kill for. Without a stranger's aid, one rival would surely have succeeded, but Trace, brushed with death, is less surprising to him than his reaction to the beautiful, fragile human who heals him. By rights, Trace should hardly even register Ashla's existence within the realm of Shadowscape, but instead he is drawn to everything about her hardness, her courage, and her lush, sensual heat. After a terrifying car crash, Ashla Townsend wakes up to find that the bustling New York she knew is now eerie and desolate. Just when she's convinced she's alone, Ashla is confronted by a dark warrior who draws her deeper into a world she never knew existed. The bond between Ashla and Trace is a mystery to both, but searching for answers will mean confronting long hidden secrets and uncovering a threat that could destroy everything Trace holds precious. Worlds couldn't keep apart. At one with the darkness, mysterious shadow dwellers must live as far from the light-loving humans as possible in order to survive. Yet one damaged human woman will tempt the man behind the shadow dweller throne into a dangerous desire. So, there is that. I did pick this up in thrifting. I will admit that. I didn't realize I had a freaking no bookmark. Well, I got a bookmark already. So reason to worry about that. Bookmark, 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 bookmark. We're gonna put our lovely Heaven's Officials Blessing bookmark away. Okay. I'll put that away. Oh! Okay. Okay, back room. Now we're going to do, I think orange was the first one I put in. We're going to do an orange. Orange. We're going to pick this orange one right here. It was in the middle. Ooh. The Lost City Afar by DJ McHale. This is a continuation of Bobby Pendragon, book 2 in the Pendragon series. Or, what's the other one called? Nah, I think it's just the Pendragon series. So, there is that. That is interesting that we get a sequel. Because I have had book hauls. So, yay! A sequel. A sequel. We're gonna read a sequel. A sequel. We're gonna read a sequel. Okay. We're so happy about this. Yes, we are. Shall we win there? For now. Okay. We're not going to read the back of the book. Okay. I will. Fine. You've convinced me. Coral. 14-year-old Bobby Pendragon is not like the other boys his age. His mission is nothing less than to save the universe from ultimate evil. Fresh from his first adventure on Dandora, Bobby finds himself in the territory of Coral, a vast world that is entirely covered by water. Coral is nearing a disaster of huge proportions. Can Bobby help rid the area of marauders and locate the legendary lost land of Far, which may hold the key to Coral's survival? We'll see. We'll see. Okay. White. We have a white. We have a white. Small white. The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon by Stephen King. It's a very small white. This is not only hardback by Stephen King. The world had teeth, and it could bite you with them anytime it wanted. Tricia McFarlane discovered this when she was 9 years old. At 10 o'clock on a morning in early June, she was sitting in the back seat of her mother's Dodge Caravan, wearing her blue Red Sox batting practice jersey, the one with 36 Gordon on the back, and playing with Mona, her doll. At 10:30, she was lost in the woods. By 11, she was trying not to be terrified, trying not to let herself think. This is serious. This is very serious. Try not to think that sometimes when people get lost in the woods, they get seriously hurt. Sometimes they die. So, there's the blurb, I guess, for that. What if the woods were full of them? And, of course, they were. The woods were full of everything you didn't like, everything you were afraid of, and instinctively loathed, everything that tried to overwhelm you with a nasty, no-brain panic. So the cover is just this with a little bug on the side. I don't know nothing about this, but The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. The brochure promised a modern to difficult 6-mile hike on the main New Hampshire branch of the Appalachian Trail, where 9-year-old Tricia McFarlane was to spend Saturday with her older brother Pete and her recently divorced mother. When she wanders off to escape their constant bickering, then tries to catch up by attempting a shortcut through the woods, Tricia strays deeper into the wilderness full of peril and terror, especially when night falls. Tricia has only her wits for navigation, only her ingenuity as a defense against the elements, only her courage and faith withstand her mounting fear. For so long she tunes her Walkman to broadcasts of Boston Red Sox games and the gritty performances of her hero, number 36, relief pitcher Tom Gordon. And when her radio's reception begins to fade, Tricia imagines that Tom Gordon is with her, her key to surviving an enemy known only by the slaughtering animals and mangled trees in its wake. A classic story that engages our emotions at the most primal level. The Girl Who Loved Carmel explores our deep dread of the unknown and the extent to which faith can conquer it. It's a fairy tale grimmer than grim. but aglow with a girl's indomitable spirit. There is stuff on this, and I don't know where it came from. But okay. We will read this one for number 3. That's a standalone, so we'll only be adding 2 green slips so far to our lovely TBR. And since this is, oh, I don't know, something to do with Lost in Woods, little girl, and sports, I may end up DNFing because I did not. That's what the book was about, but that's okay. So there's that one. Now we're going to do a yellow because we got 3 books. 2 of them are slightly chunky, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. So yellow. Let me look at my yellow. Do I want to go to the yellow or that yellow? Is there any other yellow in here? Let's go with this yellow deep down in here. I like to reach for the bottom because I think that's where I put most of the good ones. Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. 6 dangerous outcasts, 1 impossible heist. No mourners, no funerals. Ketterdam, a bustling hub of international trade where anything can be had for the right price, and no one knows that better than criminal prodigy Kaz Burker. Kaz is offered a chance at a deadly heist that could make him rich beyond his wildest dreams, but he can't pull it off alone. A convict with a thirst for revenge, a sharpshooter who can't walk away from a wager, a runaway with a privileged past, a spy known as the Wraith, a heart render using her magic to survive the slums, a thief with a gift for unlikely escapes. Kaz's crew are the only ones who might stand between the world and destruction, if they don't kill each other first. Okay. I've heard a lot of mixed things about Six of Crows. So we'll see what I think about it. Oh, it has a map when my foot is falling asleep and it is waking up at the same time and it is not doing well. Where is Ketterdam? Is it even in a language I can understand? There it is, Ketterdam and Kirch. With Belland near a land bridge to Shuhan. And let's go. The Grisha, soldiers of the Second Army, masters of the small science. Corporal Ralki, the order of the living and the dead, heart renders and healers. Ethranelki, the order of summoners, squallers, inferni, tide makers. Matera Alki, the order of fabricators. Drask alchemy. Part 1 is shadow business. Okay. Okay, so these are the 4 main books that I'll be trying to get through for the month. For the month of December. So these ones are the ones I'm going to try to get through for the month of December. We're going to pick one more for the whole, if I make it to it. If not, we'll put it back into the TBR. Haru haru. Because that's just the way it is. So truthfully, I want one of these long ones. These big ones. But I don't know which big one I want. So maybe we'll do this crumpled up one. So we picked this one, which is the No. The Maple Viewing. Alright, so I didn't realize my camera cut off from recording, but we pulled the No play for the 3 Japanese plays. So the No play, which is The Maple Viewing by Momi that is, in Japanese, Momiji Gari, a no play attributed to Kanzei Kojiro Nobumitsu from 1434 to 1516. The English version is written by Meredith Weatherby, which means she translated it. It is actually the shortest one in the whole thing. Like, the actual play itself is literally that long. There's the introduction, of course, which makes it that long. The Doll Theater, which will be the next one, is that long. So what I'm going to try to do is, what I am going to do is that next month in January, I'm going to make sure this is one of the ones I didn't, because I want to get off my currently reading list, because it's still on there, because it's 3 Japanese plays, so I want to get that off from there as soon as possible. So that way people don't think I've been just reading it forever, you know. Even though I have been. So that's what we're going to do. And so, folks, this is my TBR list for the month of December. We have Ecstasy by Jacqueline Frank, which is a paranormal romance. We have a young adult fantasy novel. We have a horror thriller, I think. This one is by DJ McHale and it's Lost City of Far. This is Stephen King's The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. Then we have a heist, Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. And the no play, The Maple Viewing by Kanzei Kojiro Nobumitsu. So really weird random December list, but it is what it is. We're gonna move these, which are already the red, which I gotta write the reviews for those. I'm gonna put the non-reviewed ones written either or red right here. And since I still have a few days in November, I think I'm gonna write those reviews out. Get them out of the way. Anyways, if you think I deserve a like, comment, or even your lovely subscription, drop it down below. Yeah, I will see you next illusion.